Hey cruisers, welcome to Cruise Tips TV. Today we're going to talk all about Caribbean Princess. We have a little bit of a selfish interest in this ship because soon we are going to be embarking on a 10-night Panama Canal and Caribbean voyage on board this cool vessel that has recently been refurbished. Today's episode is sponsored by cruiseline.com, where you can find reviews, tips, and photos from real everyday cruisers. And speaking of tips, I have one for you today on one of the best ways to use cruiseline.com that they taught me about early on when we met them. And that is that you can actually find tips from past cruisers on your particular ship. And what you would do is from the home page, you would go to explore and then go to ships. And when you get into the section that's all about your particular ship that you've chosen, so in our case, Caribbean Princess, you click on the tab that says tips, and there will be a whole entire library of tips from cruisers who have sailed before and are giving you honest opinions and little secrets that you might need to know. And that's one of the ways that I've researched my cruise. So let's get started. Let's talk all about Caribbean Princess, the ship itself, its history, a little bit about the $8.2 million refurbishment that it went through last spring, or this spring, I guess you could say, and a little bit about our voyage that's coming up on this particular vessel. We're really excited about it. So let's talk about some ship facts. First up, this puppy holds 3,140 guests and 1,200 crew. Pretty standard, nice mid-size ship, right? In 2004, this cruise ship had its inaugural cruise. So it's been around for what, 13, 14 years? We're filming this November of 2017. So in cruise ship world, that's pretty old, but from what I understand, the ship's in really good condition. In fact, in March of 2017, it had an awesome refurbishment. It was a very expensive one, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But do you guys know who christened this ship? I think this is a really fun fact. Jill Whelan. Do you guys know who Jill Whelan is? And this is not a live stream, but my husband is nodding. Yes, he does. Who is it, honey? Do you want to tell him? Yeah, it's Vicky Stuping from the Love Boat. Yes, yes, yes. So I think that's really cool. Obviously, Princess is known as being the Love Boat because two of her ships starred in the original series. So I think that's really fun. Great choice, Princess, on that. Weighs in at 112,894 tons, has 19 decks, and is 952 feet long. So that's a little bit about Caribbean Princess. Now, let's talk about this $8.2 million makeover, you guys. That is a lot of money. In March, the ship came out of dry dock with a lot of new features. A lot of them seem to be focused around dining, but we'll talk about some of the other finer details as well. But let's start with dining. They totally redid the Horizon Court, the buffet, and now it's called the World Fresh Marketplace. And at the back of the World Fresh Marketplace are two sort of specialty upcharge dining venues called Planks and Steamers, and they're both $12 each for dinner. They also changed the layout of the buffet, and I'm really excited to vlog about that and bring you guys information and visuals on what the buffet looks like now. So we'll let you know if there's new stations in the World Fresh Marketplace and all that good stuff. Now, out by the pool deck, they made some really cool changes. So what they did is the former Trident Grill, which is, you know, the poolside burger joint, right? They made that into the Salty Dog Grill. And the pizza joint is now called Slice. And at Slice, they offer more than just pizza now. They offer, I want to say stromboli. They offer some California-inspired toast, like avocado toast, flatbread type things with fun ingredients on top of them. So I'm so excited to see if the pizza quality is still holding up and what those new items are like. I'm sure that we'll be hitting that poolside joint a few times. Now, so you've got the Salty Dog on one side on the pool deck, right? And then you've got Slice on the other side. And my understanding is that in the middle of those two things mix, the newly renovated bar is also quite cool and nice and modern and neat looking. So we'll bring you a little bit of a, hopefully a ship tour on this one and let you know what that looks like. We also have coffee and cones, which if you watched our vlogs from the Grand Princess, you have seen coffee and cones. It's the poolside ice cream and espresso shop that offers soft serve. So it's not serve yourself on these princess ships anymore. They actually serve the soft serve ice cream for you. But then they have more premium ice creams, shakes, espresso drinks, things like that. And it's really nicely styled, very modern. Looks a lot better than it used to with the big old funky gaudy ice cream cone thing that was lining the pool deck. You'll see what I mean when you watch our videos. All right, so those are some of the highlights of dining. Now, I almost forgot to tell you guys that Sabatini's has also been completely remodeled, and we'll hopefully get a little shot of that when we sail. All right, so aren't you guys curious to know though what steamers and planks do at lunch in the buffet? I'm wondering if it's just a glorified buffet or if they actually do special dining in each of those. So we'll see, we'll let you know how that goes. All right, now they've also done the princess beds in all of the staterooms. That's really exciting. Very, very much a fan of those cozy new princess beds. We got to experience them on Grand Princess to Alaska and they are wonderful. So that's great. The kids and teen centers have also been renovated. And if they are anything like they are on Grand Princess, Caribbean Princess new, kid and teen clubs are gonna be so nice looking. I think it's great how they sort of all merge together and they have kind of a cool lodgy looking theme to them. Really, really excited to see how those turned out on this one. They also added the club class mini suites, more connecting family type staterooms on this ship. And get this, you guys, 2,000 new chairs and 63,000 feet of new carpet on this vessel. So that's a nice little refresher. For those of you who are cruise nerds or cruise tech nerds, they also enhanced the movies under the stars screen on this ship. So it's a new screen that replaces the old 16 millimeter LED. Is it millimeter LED? Is that what it, I don't even know. With 8 millimeter LEDs for twice the picture definition. So we'll let you know if it looks better than it did before. I guess that's kind of interesting. They also have wired this ship for the Ocean Medallion, but it's not really Ocean Medallion ready just yet. That's coming later this next year. So right around March 2018, if all goes well, we should be seeing the Ocean Medallion technology take off on Caribbean Princess. So let's talk a little bit about our cruise. You guys are really excited. We are doing a 10-night Panama Canal partial transit. So the partial transit goes through the new locks, which are called the Agua Clara locks. So what we'll be doing is leaving from Fort Lauderdale. We'll have a stop along the way. We'll be going to Princess Keys, then a few sea days, then we'll be going down to Limon, Costa Rica, and we'll be going to Cartagena, Colombia, and we'll be going to the Panama Canal. Now, what they do when you do one of these partial transits, as many of you already know because you've done this type of cruise, and I haven't actually, is you will be going into the Agua Clara locks and sort of anchoring, I guess you could say, or floating around in Gatun Lake for a few hours. Now, while you're in Gatun Lake, passengers have the option of disembarking the ship on tenders and going off and doing excursions in the Panama Canal area, whether it's the railway, going to Panama City, going to the rainforest, tons and tons of different types of excursions there. Or you can stay on the ship and then transit back through the Agua Clara locks and meet those passengers at, I believe, Cristobal is where we're going to be picking things up. Our ship actually has a little propulsion problem right now, so they've shortened the stays in a lot of the ports. So we're not sure exactly how we're going to approach this particular port stop at Panama. I think if I had to guess, I'd say we'd probably stay on the ship, but I do have sort of a strong affinity for seeing the Panama Railway and taking the Panama Railway. We'll see what happens. We'll see how everyone's feeling on the cruise and how finances are and all that good stuff. So that's a little summary of what what the ports are going to be. So we're in a balcony cabin on this one. My mom is joining us. We'll have 2 balcony cabins right next to each other. It should be really nice and relaxing. Can't wait to have my morning coffee out on the balcony and vlog this trip for you guys. Let's talk a little bit really quickly about excursions, what we're doing on this particular cruise. So we're so excited. I'm kind of more excited about the first port on this cruise than I should be, which is Princess Keys. So let's hope that we have good weather and that we can actually tender there and everything goes well, because we have rented a cabana. So for $199, the 4 of us, my husband, myself, my son, and my mom, will have a cabana for the day that's air conditioned and that's just comfortable. And the way I look at it is it's a nice place to kind of set up our base camp and then go explore Princess Keys for the day, whether it's snorkeling, swimming, walking around, who knows what we'll be doing. I'm sure we'll be doing some eating and drinking and things like that, lounging on the sand, and of course doing tons of vlogging for you guys. Really excited about that. In Cartagena, Colombia, we're trying to get onto the carriage ride. It's a very inexpensive excursion and a wonderful way to see the old city, so we're working on that. My husband and I have been accepted into the tour, but my mom and my son are waitlisted. So you guys cross your fingers for us that we get those 2 onto the off the wait list and onto the yes list for the carriage tour in Colombia. Really excited. Super stoked about our personalized tour. We are going to be in Limon, Costa Rica, which is the Caribbean side of Costa Rica. We're going to be doing a day tour with an awesome company called Your Lucky Tour. And we're going to be visiting the Cahuita National Park and doing some other fun things too. So we have kind of a custom tour going there. And we're really excited to vlog that for you and show you guys some of the little surprises that we have in store for that wonderful day. So wish us luck on this cruise, guys. Let's hope it's not too humid in the Panama Canal area. Let's hope we don't get a whole lot of rain. Good weather. Everyone stays healthy, and it is a wonderful one. If you have been on the Caribbean Princess and you have some thoughts to share with us, please leave it in the comments below. If you have questions about Caribbean Princess that you'd like me to investigate for you while I'm on board, we would also love to hear from you in the comments below. I'll do my darndest to check those out before we leave and get your questions answered. When we get back, we will also have lots of fun videos for you, and we will try to do what we can to get the menus and patterns uploaded. Usually it takes us a little while to do that, but we will do our very, very best to get those here for you guys. Be sure to follow us too, you guys, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Cruise Tips TV, all one word, no spaces, because we will post awesome photos there. We'll let you know when new videos have been released, and you'll see things that you just can't see here on Cruise Tips TV. Thank you guys so much for watching this little pre-cruise trip report about the Caribbean Princess. Until next time, we will see you on the high seas. Bye!
Cruise around the week!
Hey, click me to subscribe.